Hey guys, it's Ted Bogert. Welcome back to the TED Show. We have a big event coming up. It's a nightmare on Church Street, the big Halloween party of Orlando, and it's downtown and it's back after 20 years. I have Michael Westmeyer here with Maverick Events. He is going to talk about the event itself. We have Chris Wordsman. Wordsman? Oh, I did it right. Okay, Chris Wordsman. He's got the photo booth that we're going to talk about. He'll tell you all about his company. Jared Dennison is here because he was here last time, and we just brought him along for the ride. He's a realtor in town. I'm Ted Bogert. And of course, this is not the brains or the beauty. We have the brains and the beauty. On the other end, we have Carla Verenzuela, and she's going to talk about her beautiful tequila, and we want to hear you say it, Carla.
Okay, the name of the brand is Tres Generaciones. I know it might be a little bit tricky, but for some of you that don't speak Spanish, Tres Generaciones means 3 generations. And it was a brand that was launched in 1973. So we're definitely not the new kids on the block. We have been making tequila in the distillery that we make this beautiful product for almost 150 years. And this brand in particular was launched to celebrate 100 years of the Sauza family crafting tequila in Mexico. So not a small number. I mean, 100 years by 1973, and like now it's going to be 150 years. So this brand is all about celebration. It's a product that uses agaves only coming from the lowlands of Jalisco, so where Tequila Town is located. And the agaves in this area, in our case, take between 7 years, 7 years to reach maturity. And it's important to say that from one plant, we only make like 10 bottles. So it's really a hard work to craft this beautiful product. And the whole intention with this brand was elevating tequila. You know, back in 1973, not a lot of people Mexicans actually weren't that proud of tequila. It was something that only the poor people will drink, and the people with money and style and like that have the opportunity to travel around the world will drink a lot of brandies, a lot of whiskeys. But they wanted to change that. And the way they did was like crafting a really beautiful, very smooth, very approachable tequila, triple filtering or triple distilling, the tequila, to bring a very soft character and not that harsh tequila that was very famous or popular in the 70s. And with that winning formula, I mean, everyone fell in love with the brand. And what it started as a celebration product, an LTO that we call limited time only product, eventually became part of the whole line of the Sauza distillery. So we're very proud of these. This is like a beautiful celebratory kind of tequila, a tequila that brings all the complexity of the agave from the lowlands. So all the earthiness, all the spiciness, or all the vegetal notes, citrus notes, you're going to be able to appreciate in the product. And makes outstanding margaritas, of course, but honestly, it's perfect to drink on its own. And for some of you that never seen this glass, this is the official tequila glass. Like the little shot glasses, those are great for shots, but like the reality is like you can't really appreciate the bouquet and the beautiful aromas of the tequila. So this is how master distillers and people in the tequila industry appreciate the tequilas.
I love.
Sorry, I've been talking a lot.
No. It's fascinating to me because growing up and in college, tequila was shots. And as I got older, I learned that I could drink it like an amazing bourbon or whiskey or scotch, and there were other ways to enjoy it. And when we used to do shots, and of course, I won't name brands, but God, I would never drink those brands anymore because they were headache driven. But you can really sit and enjoy it. And one of my favorite things is to have one of the big scotch balls or one of the big whiskey balls and have the tequila sit there and I kind of sip it. And people don't understand that tequila can be a sipping drink instead of a shot drink.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, have that in their minds, like shot, just for party, because at the end, tequila is an upper and it really gives you like energy and like puts you in the right mood for the party. But it takes a long time and a lot of work to make tequila. And something that a lot of people think is like, oh, tequila gets better with age, just like, for example, whiskey or cognacs or rums. When was the last time that you had a white whiskey or a white rum, you have it in a mojito, but you don't really like sip on it, right?
Right.
The thing with tequila is that you wait for almost a decade for that plant to be ready to make tequila. And for a decade, that plant is absorbing a lot of minerals, a lot of nutrients from the soil. So we really have a lot in common with wine, in the sense that we bring up to the table terroir, that concept that is very popular in wine, that refers to all the climate and all the natural characteristics that initiate that specific product from that specific place, no? And agave, being endemic from Mexico, and these type of agave, the blue agave, and have been part of like Mexican culture for so long, we really want to celebrate that plant. We want to celebrate where it's coming from and all the flavors and all the aromas that can showcase just with the blanco, Like reposados are awesome, añejos, extra añejos. I feel like everyone loves extra añejos now. I think it was a great way to penetrate an American market that loves so much bourbon, right? But the reality is one is not better than the other. It's just a matter of taste. If you are like used to the oak, if you like that vanilla forward kind of products, if you like, the cinnamon, the baking spices that you get in the bourbon, then you probably gravitate towards something like an añejo, or an extra añejo. But if you are more like a vodka or gin drinker, you probably enjoy more a blanco, So it's not like one is better than the other. Of course, we charge a little bit more for añejos and extra añejo because it takes longer to make. But there's so much complexity already in the plata.
I can smell. All right, so we're gonna taste.
Yes.
And so you do it like a wine, or you're looking for the nose, right? You're looking to smell things. So what should we expect when we have the blanco, right? No.
Yes, that's the plata. Yes, so plata. This one is unaged. It hasn't been stored in a barrel for any time. That's why it's completely clear. And the definition of blanco within tequila world is something that hasn't really been aged, or if it has been in a barrel, has to be less than 2 months, something like really fast. In here, what you get, it's all that agave. Agave, especially coming from this area, have a very spicy character. I always get like white pepper, a little bit, right? I also get like jalapenos and a little bit of like green bell peppers, but I also get a lot of citrus. I think about grapefruit because I eat a lot of grapefruits. So obviously the first thing that comes to my mind is grapefruit. But if you are more like an orange drinker, or if you are the kind of person that squeeze a lemon in the morning in hot water for health benefit things, probably those are the citrus that you're going to think of,
That's what I heard you say, that tequila has health benefits.
That's what I got.
Sorry, that's my takeaway.
That's a good takeaway.
I'm going to go with that one.
It does help you to regulate blood pressure, So if you suffer of that, a little bit of tequila a day, it's going to help out at the end. In Mexico, people say 1 tequila a day, keep the doctor away.
Nice. Forget the apple, it's tequila. All right, so you are part of A Nightmare on Church Street, which is coming up this weekend. Michael, tell us the 411 on what's going on.
You guys want to sample this? You're going to want to come to A Nightmare on Church Street this Saturday, October 22nd. Costume party, dress up. How many times do you get a chance to dress up and have fun like the kids? This is that time and that chance. So swoop and come try some of this, as well as some of our other sponsors and vendors. It's going to be an amazing time. And some of the proceeds are going to be benefiting Base Camp for Kids. It's a charity. We all love that. It's going to be exciting this weekend. We'll see you there.
And while I taste a little bit, Chris, just introduce yourself really quick, because you are also part of the extravaganza this weekend.
Yes, I'll be there with our 2 photo booths. We'll have our vintage walnut photo booth taking photos and our icon photo booth taking photos as well. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll be capturing a lot of the fun and entertainment at the event.
It's going to be exciting, guys. We have not had a party down in Church Street in a very long time, especially a Halloween party, and that used to be the to-go party many, many moons ago, before most of you all were born, but I remember it. And so it's going to be fun, exciting, VIP. There's still tickets, all the sponsors. You're going to love being down on Church Street this Saturday to celebrate Halloween. Carla, what is the best way that people can find out more about Three Generations?
Well, you can always visit our website, and you can also follow us on Instagram, Tres Generaciones, and take a look of a little bit of our history, a little bit of what our legacy. You know, the three generations that are behind this brand really crafted and changed the tequila history. So we tell a little bit the story in there. You can learn about it. There's a lot of tequila brands right now in the market, as you probably noticed. There's more than 2,000 brands, which is insane. So having a brand that has been around for so long, since the beginning, it's really important. You know, like since 1873, we have been crafting tequila. The Sauce family were the first ones to bring tequila to the United States. Thank you. In
Thank you.
1873. So it's important to like learn your history and support brands that like have a lot of legacy, and that have a really compelling story. And it's not just like a marketing play, you know?
Great. All right. It's delicious, y'all, just for the record. All right, Carla, Michael, Chris, Jared, thank you. Cheers. Cheers.
See you guys this Saturday.
Saturday. Carla, come back on anytime.
Thank you so much for
so
having me.
Delicious. All right, guys, get out, support the Benefits Base Camp this weekend, part of the proceeds. So get involved and come on out and have a good time with everybody. All right, guys. We'll